Welcome to the TV and Tea podcast. I'm Adriana.
And I'm Selena.
And we are two sisters that have decided to let the internet into the conversations that we have about TV and pop culture over endless cups of tea. In our house, the reoccurring questions are, is it tea time? To which the answer is always yes.
And what are we watching? So pour yourself a cup and get ready to get into it.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
So,
it's Kylie. No, I'm kidding. Have you guys seen that Vine? Hey guys, it's Kylie.
Kylie. Oh my God, I love that video. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Another episode, TV and Tea podcast. We're here.
We're back at it again.
We're back at it again. If you're watching us on YouTube, we have no video this week. It's been one of those days.
It's been one of those days. We didn't want to get cute. We do a lot for you guys.
We do.
It's a full glam.
It's full glam. That's why I say watch us on YouTube because the visuals are there.
Mm-hmm. It is a full studio setup and we just weren't there today.
But we'll be back one of these weeks, probably next week. Mm-hmm. So I hope everyone is doing well and their week is going good. I know mine was pretty good. How was yours, Cece?
Mine was good as well. Pretty productive.
Love that.
Yeah, another week in journalism school. A lot of work. But, it is what it is. And compared to a couple months ago, I am so much better because I actually have things to do. I even said this last week.
Same.
But yeah, it's a lot for me.
I am not as busy as you. But I just love being back at work, and being in the swing of things and I just like having something to do with my day. Even though I'm not sleeping and, waking up is terrible. It's just, I like it.
I'm gonna need you to take some melatonin.
I can't take melatonin. I've taken it before and the nightmares and the grogginess.
What?
I don't know. It didn't agree with me.
Oh no.
It gave me these really weird dreams and then I was groggy in the morning.
It's the weird dreams for me. You have weird dreams irregardless.
I know. I really do. And you know what's crazy? This week was, at the beginning of the week, it was a new moon. And that kind of affects your mood and it makes you...
I think it was in Pisces too.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I saw that on Twitter.
And it makes you emotional. And at the beginning of the week, I definitely, every time the moon turns over, I feel it. It really affects me. I'm starting to realize I'm very in tune with the planets or something. Or I'm just very sensitive. Or maybe because I follow that kind of stuff, I'm just oh, that's what's going on. But I feel it does really affect me in a way.
I can see that. And in case you guys were wondering, we are sun and moon bitches. We love astrology.
We love it. I love it. So this week has been good. Give me your quote. Catch us up. What's happening?
Okay, so my quote is from Lizzie McGuire, the TV show.
Fun.
And it reads, I don't want a challenge. I want an app.
An app as in a...
Oh my gosh, let me reread it again. I probably didn't say it clear. It's from Lizzie McGuire, and it reads, I don't want a challenge. I want a nap. A nap.
A nap. A nap. I thought you said app.
To go to sleep.
Oh, I understand that.
Yes, because all of my teachers are yes, wake up 9 a.m., go to class, get the day going, and I'm just here no thanks. Those tweets that are thanks with a red, that are no with a red heart? That's what I feel.
Oh, okay.
No.
I need a nap. Okay, I get that. That's cute. Okay, well... My quote, and I don't know if I've used this before, but I just feel this is my mood for the weekend. I restocked the bar. We restocked the bar.
We did. It looks so cute.
And it's turtle time, bitches.
Turtle time?
Okay, that quote is from Ramona Singer from the Real Housewives of New York. They were in Saint-Tropez, and they were on a yacht, and she gets off, and she's holding a wine glass, and she's like, "It's turtle time."
What does that mean?
Basically, like, it's time to get litty.
Turtle as in, like,
I don't
to
know.
go slow?
No, like, I don't actually really know why she said turtle time, but it's just, like, become a thing. Like, if, as a Real Housewife fan, you know, like, it's turtle time. That just means funny. It's like, it's time to get lit. Like, she just said, it's turtle time. So I just feel like it's turtle time. Because the bar just looks so fun, so fresh, so stocked. Yeah. I can't wait to have a cocktail this weekend.
I thought about having a cocktail tonight, but then I was like, no, red heart. No.
Okay. All right, so let's jump into the show.
Let's get into it.
Okay, this week we are talking about P-Valley. This week they had their season finale. Season 1 has wrapped up. And what did you think? How do you feel?
I absolutely loved the show.
Okay.
I thought the first couple episodes were a bit slow. It was like, it hooked me for sure, but not because of the plot.
Okay.
It hooked me because it was a bit scandalous, and I love watching stripper things.
You really do.
I do. You guys, I watch a bunch of stripper YouTubers that just vlog, and they don't even show themselves at the club. They're just like, getting my nails done. These are going to look so good in the club. Like, here's my money. And I don't know why. I just love to see it.
You really do. Okay. Yeah. I like the show. I don't love it.
Okay.
You know, the storyline is very interesting. Okay. So just to like jump in, give a little synopsis. The show starts out, we're seeing a woman. She is in like a flood zone. Clearly there's been some sort of natural disaster. This is Mississippi. So we're thinking, at first I thought it was Katrina, but as we learn later, it's another hurricane that came through and caused a flood.
A fictitious hurricane at that. And I feel like that should have been said earlier, but continue.
I agree, because I thought it was Katrina.
Same.
I really did. So that's the first thing. And she ends up in this small town, and she goes to a open pole night at a strip club at the Pink. And, you know, she wins the night. She wins the $500 cash prize or whatever. And she ends up getting a job at the strip club. And then it follows her journey in the strip club, and you get introduced to these characters, you know, Uncle Clifford, who is the owner of the club. You've got Diamond, who is the main bouncer. You got Big L, who's security and kind of like her business partner.
Yeah.
And then you've got all of the strippers. You've got Mercedes. You got Mississippi. M.I. Crooked letter I. Oh my God, I love that little song.
Isn't that cute?
You've got Mississippi, you've got Gidget, you know, and you've got all the other girls. And, you know, she is new to the town. She's trying to find her footing, but she's weird. She's weird. She's quiet. She's drinking heavily. You kind of get flashes of something traumatic happening to her. Her, like, running away with a baby. Her, like, suffering some sort of abuse by a man. But they don't really, like, spell that out for you in full until the very last episode.
Yeah. And I was just going to say, we do talk about the first episode. That is a couple episodes back if you want a little bit more context.
I think it's like episode 20 or 19 that we talked about it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we're seeing her kind of like evolution in the club. And then she is the main character, but for some reason she almost feels like a background character.
Because I feel like her character was supposed to be mysterious and she was supposed to be very cold. But that came across as, you not connecting with her.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
You really don't find out much about her until the last episode. And, you know, everything comes to light and you realize why she is the way she is and you kind of feel bad for her.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, through all of these 8 episodes, I was not invested in this woman. I was invested in everyone else.
Agreed. So one of the main plot points is the club is it's in foreclosure. It's being taken by the bank. It's going up for auction. And, you know, the mayor of the town is really trying to get it closed down because there is a deal on the table that they're bringing a big casino to the town. And then there will be like, you know, different businesses, waterfront, hotels, shopping, restaurants. You know, they're really trying to like bring new business into the town. The mayor is.
Yeah.
And, you know, but they're trying to get this deal secured and in place under the radar, you know, not really in public. Mm-hmm. So the mayor is working with his godson, which is Andre. Andre is trying to secure just like the different plots of land around the town. So he's working with this like group of brothers that own this farm. So he's trying to buy out their land. And at first, you know, one of the brothers doesn't want to sell. He wants to lease. I didn't like at the end that Andre, even though they signed the contract to sell the land, he went back and was like, let's lease it to them instead. Let's lease it from them instead. I just feel like he dicked his own deal.
I feel like as a lawyer, though, he couldn't, like, the one brother was pressured to sign the deal at gunpoint. So I think as a lawyer, it's unethical to like accept that contract, you know? That's what I thought happened.
I just feel like that's what his employer wanted him to do. Mm. They wanted them to have the land bought. And then he went back to them, even though the deal was signed, and redid the terms of the contract and offered them something else. And I feel like he did that because of his own personal like feelings for the town and feelings for the guy, and not he didn't stand with his job or with his uncle that brought him into the process. Yeah. He really was going against all of that for his own personal like weird like feelings of wanting to give back to that brother.
I think his motivations were unclear because I didn't think it was because of the feelings. I thought it was because like he was at gunpoint, like the brothers pointed the gun at him, it rubbed him the wrong way, and he was like, no, like one of them does not want to do this, we have to like figure something else out, you know?
No, I feel like he was doing it for like some weird obligation of like keeping like Black ownership a part of the deal and giving them a continued legacy.
Yeah, that the one brother was talking about.
That's what I felt like he was doing, and I was just like, Andre, like you're the money man. Like, what are you doing?
I don't like Andre as a character.
I don't like him either. He's a terrible husband.
Horrible husband.
He cheated on his wife with Autumn, and
the mean girl.
Yeah, and the scene where she calls him and they have phone sex, like that was the funniest scene to me because he literally stripped off every single item of clothing.
That was very strange. And I remember thinking it was strange when I was watching it, but I didn't realize why. That is exactly why. Why was he naked?
He got completely naked for that scene. And I was like, why? I literally was like, couldn't he have just put his hand in his boxers? Like, I just didn't understand that. I thought it was so strange. Like, now I want to ask every man I know, like, do you get completely naked to masturbate? Like, what happened?
He got up, took off the shirt, took off the pants.
Right.
That was a lot.
It was. And they were, I don't know, I get it, but like, you're having phone sex, my dude. Like, put on your drawers.
Well, the show was directed by women, all women directors.
Black women.
So, like, Black women, yeah. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they just said, okay, yeah, you're going to take off your clothes. And he took the direction without telling them, like, hey, maybe No, red heart. That's not what men do.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe they do that. I don't know.
Someone let us know.
Chime in.
Like, what do you do? Do you take off all of your clothes, or do you... I don't know.
Seems a little strange.
It was a little weird.
Anyways.
So, you know, they're bringing this casino to the town, and oh my God, the mayor. Okay, so I was ready to like get on the show and like, you know, kind of champion the mayor because I in the past have really liked that actor, Isaiah Washington.
Oh, okay.
He used to be on Grey's Anatomy. He was Burke. I loved Burke.
Mm-hmm.
I was sad when he left, but obviously back then the reason why he was fired from Grey's is because he said like disparaging comments against his coworker that was gay.
Oh no.
And so it was like homophobic stuff. Like that was like.
And then you just heard him say some more homophobic stuff in
the
show.
So then all these, he's like a full-on Trump supporter, like MAGA, Make America Great Again, like just a really kind of shitty person. And like I went on his Instagram and I was just like, oh. And like, I don't think you should be like quote unquote canceled for your political beliefs, but just some of the way that he talks about certain things, I was just like, I'm getting real shitty vibes.
I see the vibe.
And so I was like, I can't even say I support him anymore. And people were saying like he should definitely be like written off the show or his character should be replaced. Like, what the hell?
Well, that's a lot.
But let's get back to the show. Mm-hmm. I actually really kind of liked the mayor's character. I felt like he was an asshole, but I felt like there was like a certain charisma to his character. And I think it's just that actor that he brings to his work that I like.
There was a lot of charisma with him. And then I feel like he really redeemed himself in
at the end.
Last maybe 2 episodes where... What did he say? Oh, he talked about paying for Andre's Morehouse tuition. Mm-hmm. And he had a whole monologue about how, you know, these young Black people don't realize that that everything that they have has not been handed to them easily.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I liked that.
I liked that speech as well. Like, he was like, you know, I had to drink from a different water fountain. Like, I actually did that.
Yeah.
And I am now the mayor of this town, and I am trying to infuse it with money and opportunity for our people to get ahead. And you are dicking around with that because of some, you know, like, this kind of like elitist view that you're like looking down on me thinking that I'm trying to sell out. Mm-hmm. And you don't realize like the only way for us to get ahead is to work with these people that you think we're selling out to.
Yes.
And
that was a really good speech.
I did like that moment because it was like it was a hard shot of reality for Andre. And I think for all of us watching the show, I was like, ooh, that's so like in some ways, yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like we have to figure out a way to get ahead, build ourselves up, and like live in a world that isn't really for us. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like that was like that kind of moment, even though he was kind of like a shitty person all around. Like, you know, his motivations were not purely selfish.
Yeah, I like that type of villain because I guess he was one of the villains of the show.
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
he was totally against like Uncle Clifford and the Pink, and you know, the Pink throughout the show is just really going through some financial hardships and Uncle Clifford is just trying to like make ends meet. He's trying to take care of the girls and he's trying to not lose his club. And in the beginning you think like, okay, like obviously this is his job, this is his life's work, and this is his family of sorts.
Yes.
But as the episodes go on, you get to see his home life. You see that he lived with his grandmother, he helps to take care of her, and she owned the club previous to him, and it was like a music club, and it was like a place where big artists came and performed, and was kind of like a hot place for like jazz and soul singers to come through.
And I just,
yeah, I just like that it was like a family kind of business, and there was just like a little bit more of a motivation, like this isn't just mine that I'm continuing, but it's like this town's and it's my family's, and I just like that
plays
kind
into
of like
the legacy thing.
Yeah. He's just trying to continue his grandmother's work, like a place that she loves so much. And I like that kind of like connection that they built into the story.
It was Uncle Clifford for me. He was my favorite.
He's the main character of the show.
I love Uncle Clifford.
Same.
He's so funny. He has so many good one-liners in the show. Mm-hmm. And we really get to see what's happening with his personal life, with his sexuality. You know, he is in an entanglement, I will say.
Yes.
With a
Lil Murda.
rapper, Lil Murda. That at first I was like, this Dusty, like, why is he here? But like, he really did redeem himself, LaMarcus.
Yeah.
We love LaMarcus now.
You know, he starts to pursue Uncle Clifford, and at first it's just like a random backroom hookup. And
you know, that's how a lot of relationships start. And I've noticed that in the gay community as well. They'll be like, oh yeah, we were hooking up, and then like, that's my boyfriend.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is true. I mean, this kind of goes off of what we were talking about with Married at First Sight earlier. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to break that sexual boundary, or it's not a relationship.
Yes.
Like, it's just not. Mm-hmm. Okay, so to come back to this, Lil Murda, like, I liked his little evolution. I felt so bad for him at the end, because you really see that he's trying to make it in the rap game. He's trying to blow his spot up. You know, he doesn't really have very good direction. I mean, these are like backwoods, small town people. You know, mm-hmm. They're not really like plugged into what they need to do to like build him to the next level. Mm-hmm. But with Mississippi coming in and saying like, let's team up, let's act like we're a couple. Mm-hmm. Like, I've gone viral. Like, let's really blow up this moment that we're having. And he gets to do his final performance.
His performance at the end was really good. It was like a little music video.
So good.
And the one song, the Mississippi song, so good.
I loved it. I was that moment was kind of like the whole show came together, and everybody was like throwing money, and all the girls were dancing, and Mississippi was on the pole, and he was in the fur. I was like, yes, fur, let's go.
Love how Uncle Clifford let him borrow his fur.
Right. And then like Uncle Clifford was on the side, and he was dancing, and like I just like that whole scene. I was like, this is a fucking vibe. Like, yes. That made it just felt fun. It felt like I just needed to be in Tootsie's at that moment. Like, right? I was like, where the dance is at? Like, where my dollar bills at? Like, let's go. But yeah, like, I liked that moment, and his kind of like, you know, at the end, he's like really pursuing Uncle Clifford, and he wants to be in a relationship, and he's doing like all these like really sweet things for her.
It was cute.
And then like, you know, he's confronted by his cousin. He's confronted by that manager that comes to see him, and he's really like, I don't know what to do with how I feel and what I should be portraying to the public, you know? And I think that kind of internal battle is hard for, you know, gay men within the Black community, within hip hop.
Oh, and in the South too.
And in the South.
Like, in one of the scenes, Uncle Clifford says, you know, you keep saying you want to take me out on a date, but where are you going to take me? Down by the river? The last time that happened, like, the two men ended up dead in the river.
Right.
Oh, you want to take me to the restaurant? Yeah, like, people were assaulted there, like a homosexual couple.
Yeah.
So it's just like that reality that a lot of those people still can't be open and out and feel safe is so sad. And I'm glad that they touched on that.
Me too.
Yeah.
You know, for the trans community, for the gay community, like, it's really tough in those places where people are really fucking backwards.
Yes.
And it's not even like, oh, I'm just opposed to your lifestyle and I don't like it. It's, I'm opposed to your lifestyle and I'm actually going to murder you.
Yeah.
Like, that's a whole other level. And that's not something where you can, if you, for your own survival, you can really even play with or like tests, because you might end up in a body bag. Like, that's a very real reality for so many people of that community in certain places around the country and the world. So, yeah, I thought that was just like, oh, it was sad.
So sad. But yeah, it brings awareness to it.
For sure.
And it's an accurate portrayal of these places.
I agree.
How often do we see a small little town in Mississippi? We forget what it's like in the rest of America.
Yeah, when you're not in like a major city, when you're not on like one of the coastal states. Yeah, it's real country.
Real country. Confederate flags everywhere.
Right.
And I'm even glad that they showed that, because like people still think that's okay. And it's like, why? In Miami, you're probably never going to see one. But you drive a little bit up north and they out there.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely...
I watched the last couple episodes with our mom this morning, and at first she was like, gosh, this show, it's a lot, it's so vulgar, it's so ghetto, and I was just like, okay, whatever. And then she goes, do we really need another story like this? Like, we've seen so many Black people play the strippers and the drug dealers, like, do we really need to see this again? And I said, but, although we've seen it time and time again, it is an accurate portrayal. This is still happening.
Yeah, and it's a lot of people's reality. Like, it's a huge reality for a lot of Black people that they live in smaller towns, more rural towns. They're not, like, economically advanced or wealthy. So that is the reality.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it
And I don't think it romanticized it at all.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't think it did, yeah.
I think it seemed hard because that life is hard. And it was, I was thinking about it, like, the girls dancing in the club, like, some of them are making a lot of money, but it cannot be easy to be a stripper in a town like that regularly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you might have a few drug dealers and a few scammers coming through and spending some cash, but like on a normal night, like the regular crowd that just comes in for some wings and to like see some girls, like those girls cannot be making a lot of money to sustain themselves in any kind of way to really bring themselves out of the poverty that they're in.
You have to be really good, like Mercedes.
Yeah.
But this is where they grew up, and that is the option they have.
Yeah.
For
sure. And like we see the mayor's secretary, she used to be a dancer, and she was like the first person that he graduated. Basically, like she was able to save enough money to go to college and like make a better life for herself, even though she's still in that small town. And like that takes years for them. You think because we see strippers like Black China when she started, that you're making club appearances and you're getting 10 grand, 20 grand, or you go viral on Instagram, so you're being flown out to like the hottest strip clubs in the country. Like, that's not the average stripper's story. That's like there's a few of those, and those girls might be like making bank and like living lavish, but the average stripper is working extremely hard on a daily basis to make every single dollar. So yeah, I think it was in that way. I feel like they didn't always show that, because I think a lot of like the club scenes were like big nights.
Yes.
But it would be interesting to see kind of like the differences in those kinds of nights. Like, it would have been interesting to see a night when Autumn was in the club and there was nobody throwing any money.
Yeah, that would have been interesting to see.
Yeah.
I just feel like we need to stop giving strippers flack, and we need to stop looking down on them.
Totally agree.
And a show like this definitely helps with that. Like, normalize sex work. It is legitimate work, and not everyone can just go to school and get a job and like have a normal life. Like, some of these women are coming from extremely tough situations and circumstances, and it's just like, how are you gonna knock someone's hustle? How are you gonna say that the way someone makes their money is wrong? Like, Mercedes' mom for me was ridiculous, Like, she went and stole her daughter's booty money.
Yeah, to start her church.
And because she was stealing the money for, like, holy reasons, whatever, it was okay.
Yeah.
But Mercedes busting her butt
Literally.
to make that money for years in ways that sometimes she didn't really like, and she was looked down upon, you know, it was hard. It was really hard to watch that. And it's just like, I'm gonna need y'all to start treating these women how they deserve to be treated.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's a job.
Like every other job.
It's a job. And if that's their only way to get some money, save some money, and do better for themselves, why not? And if you think about it, strip clubs probably do help so many women go through school.
Oh,
that,
of course.
Like, you know, it's hard, or like that they have kids that, you know, they need to support, and they can't just work a minimum wage job, you know?
Yeah, like Mississippi or Kashawn.
Yes.
You know, she's got her baby. She's in an abusive relationship that she really can't leave. They don't really explore that side of, I don't feel like this first season was about the girls. It was kind of like Autumn and Uncle Clifford and like what's happening to the pink. But I hope in season 2 they really do like get more involved in like the girls' lives, you know, like why did Mercedes lose her daughter, custody to her daughter? What happened to the guy, her husband that was remarried? You know, like what is Mississippi's story? Like she's just had a baby with this man, but she can't leave. But he seems, at one point he says to her like, where are you gonna go? You're not, he says to Gidget, one of the other strippers in the club, he says to her, you think she's gonna go, Gidget's like, she'll come and live with me. And he goes, you think she's gonna go to your trailer park and live with your crackhead mom? You think she's gonna go there? Which leads me to believe like maybe he has a little bit of money, maybe he has like somewhere, like their life is in some ways nice, and she doesn't want to leave that.
I think they never said this.
They don't say that.
I'm just assuming that maybe she's saving up money to leave him.
Maybe. Like, I just don't know what the full story is there. I think they explored it a little bit, but like they didn't really give us any juice. So I hope in season 2 we do get more of like her story, you know, Diamond's story at the end when he's like, you know, I put so many men in body bags, like I can put another one in, that he says to Mississippi. And she's like, you know, war is one thing, but I don't want you to do this, you know, as in kill her man. And then at the end they end up fighting, and she, you know, essentially saves him, which I thought was like so sad, because it's like that's a side of domestic violence that people are looked down upon. It's like, well, why don't you leave? And it's like sometimes it's difficult, and sometimes you love them, and
that was her whole baby daddy.
And even in those moments when he's threatening her, she's got bruises on her body, like she doesn't want him to die. She doesn't want her friend to kill him. But in my head, I was like, girl, all of that was going on. Like, that's a moment that someone catches a stray bullet. Like, you know, that's when somebody exactly just accidentally happens, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I would have taken that moment and shot his ass.
I'm dead.
That's me, though. Like, I know, yeah. Somebody would have to catch some friendly fire.
Friendly fire. I'm dead.
You know? There was just so much going on. And then at the end, you see, like, Autumn's story come together. We see that she...
Wasn't that surprising? She was an
accountant.
A corporate accountant that apparently stole money from her entanglement, boyfriend, whatever, and was, like, on the run with her daughter that unfortunately drowned in the flood. But it's just, like, now her coldness and, like, the things that she knew about money make sense.
It does make sense, but did you also realize that he says that he's in a gang? Was it a gang or a brotherhood, or like what was he talking about?
I don't know. I feel like the show, here's my critique on the show.
Okay.
I feel like the show's writing tried to be subtle and it tried to be nuanced, but it missed the mark, and it did play out as a bit like one-dimensional. It was a one-dimensional story, one-dimensional plot. There's not a lot of character development of the other characters.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of questions unanswered with the writing.
I agree.
Yeah, like they didn't bring in stars writers. It looks like this was an independent project that Stars picked up and was like, okay, let's just give this a lot of money and like some really good female directors, you know? I feel like the story could have been rewritten in a way that like could have been award winning and Stars quality. I feel like the writing was not Stars quality. Right?
I just feel like there was just like things that I'm like, I want to know about that.
Yes.
Like when he was like, oh, you don't think that people are gonna look for me, or like he said something to that effect. And I was just like, oh, like, is he in the mob? Like, what's happening there? Like, you know. And then she was like, you stole this money. Like, this isn't clean money that I've stolen from you.
Yes.
So I just wanted to know, like, what's that about? Like, I felt like we were finally going to get her story. Like, I wanted the whole thing. I wanted all the juicy details. I wanted it, like, full out. And I just was left feeling like, okay.
Yeah.
And, like, he wasn't her baby daddy. That was her just, like, boyfriend.
The guy that he apparently killed by letting the blood rush to his head, was that her baby daddy? Is that what he said?
Oh.
I feel like he might have killed her baby daddy.
No, I think it was just like a
friend.
A friend.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. There was just there were some questions there that I was like, why? Why do I still have questions?
Yeah, and not even like okay, I'm excited for these questions to be answered. It kind of seemed like, you know,
that's it. We're over. We're gone.
We're gone from that, right?
We're done from that. Unless somebody comes back. Ooh, bless you.
Thanks.
Unless somebody comes back looking for him in the future in season 2.
Maybe that's what's gonna happen.
Maybe. They did get picked up for season 2, so we will be getting a season 2, and I think it's interesting. And like now she owns the club. She owns the Pink. She saved the Pink. The Pink went up for auction. She had all this money from this guy that she had stolen. And, you know, autumn. She saves the Pink. She buys the Pink from auction. And
Andre got what he deserved.
Yeah, you know, the now the casino deal is up in the air. It's like it's a wash. Like that's another thing that I think will be interesting. Like, is the casino deal just completely off, or are they gonna try to save it, or are they gonna try to work with Uncle Clifford? Like, I hope that they bring in Uncle Clifford, kind of like lease the land, give it some upgrades. Like, I want the Pink to be like blinged out and like upgraded and be like high end, and I want this to now be like a high end strip club. Like, I want all the girls to glow up with,
I hope so,
with the casino coming in. Like, this is the strip club on the water, but like now we're real.
I don't know why they wouldn't want to keep the strip club there. Like, the casino would bring them so much business.
But I could see the casino not wanting to like work with Uncle Clifford.
Oh.
And like, you know, but I want that for them.
Yeah, but another word on Andre, that's exactly what he gets. Look upon woman, not pay attention to his job or his wife.
Right. He got real distracted.
Priorities were all messed up. He was a mess.
He was a mess.
That is what you get. The strip club is not the place.
You know what my favorite thing was? The receptionist at his little hotel.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Just
so
looking
shady.
at him so shady, like, look upon you.
Yes. I was like, good. That's what you deserve, Andre. Go back to your wife and do your job.
Yeah.
Please.
When his wife showed up and he was with Autumn, and then he came in, and I was just like, I hate him.
I was sick. I hate him, right?
I didn't like him
and he
or
really,
that.
like, distracted the wife and was like, you know.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah. You cheat and lie. I was mad.
I don't like him.
Yeah. And I also want to know who killed the guy. Like,
which one of them shot him?
Was it Mercedes? Was it Uncle Clifford? Or was it Autumn?
I know. I thought it was weird that we didn't see that.
Right? I feel like they're going to reveal it next season. That'll be a nice little reveal. Because apparently they took care of it with quotes.
That's the other question I had. What do they mean take care of it? Did they not report that?
It doesn't look like they told the police it was self-defense. It looks like they got rid of the body.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
And I just wonder, like, did they just dump the body in the river? Like, what did Diamond do with the body? Because Diamond was right outside the door. He saw the blood. Is that why Mercedes was so shook up? Like, was it her?
That's what I was thinking. Is she going through it? Is that why she went to her mom for forgiveness?
I know.
Because she killed a man? We'll find out. We'll see. But also, Autumn is already real cold. If she killed a man, it wouldn't even faze her. Uncle Clifford.
Well, she tried to kill him the first time. Remember, she shot him, and he came back from it. She left.
It's that for me. Autumn is just that bitch, like stone cold
killer.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm with it.
I'm with it too.
Do what you gotta do, girl.
She did what she had to do.
Yeah.
And her daughter still unfortunately died.
I know, that's the really sad part. I don't like that. I just don't like that they did that.
Oh, so you don't like that?
I don't.
It's always the kids dying for me. I'm surprised it's that for you.
I'm talking
about Marcella.
Oh. I don't like when they kill kids, and I don't like when they kill off mothers.
Yeah, that's not nice.
Like, I thought Mississippi was gonna get shot when Diamond and the guy were going. I was like, here we fucking go again. They're killing off another mother. Like, I just hate when they do that. They're so quick to kill off a mother on TV. I'm just like, why is that always a plot point? Like,
I'm not a fan.
I know people lose their mothers, but not that many.
A lot of people lose their parents, Adriana.
I don't know. I don't know a lot of people with their parents lost. I know like one person that lost a parent.
Okay.
And I know mad people.
I know a couple people that lost parents.
Really?
Like a lot.
You know what's so weird? Because I went to private school and you went to public school, I just feel like you have such a more diverse pool of things that you encountered.
Yes. Definitely.
Like, I just feel like your pool is just so much more diverse.
Mm-hmm. Even in your sorority?
Yeah, like literally the only person I know that lost a parent is one of my sorority sisters.
I could literally name you 5, like off the top of my head right now. Wow, that's a lot. But yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so that's P-Valley. Also, I have to say this. I literally cannot get over the accent. It's the accent for me.
It was the accents for our mom as well. For mommy. Yeah. I got used to them. You know what it is? It was the subtitles for me.
Oh my god, the subtitles are so bad.
Yeah.
The way that they butcher the dialogue with the subtitles, I'm just like, this is atrocious.
That's what confused me. Today I watched it without subtitles and I did much better.
It's just, I just think they have to like so overdo the accent that it just gets in the way of all the acting. Like, I feel like, as I said before, like, is the acting bad? Like, I still kind of think the acting was kind of bad, but I just feel like that's the accent's fault. Mm-hmm. And I don't like that. I don't like that.
No me gusta eso. No, it was good to me. I really liked the show overall.
Will you watch season 2?
Yeah, I want to see what happens. Season 3, I don't know. It's not a show that I'm like, yes, I'm for this, for all of it. Give me like 10 seasons of this. Like, no, but it was like a good little watch. And I might watch season 2 if they fix some things.
It was cute. I will watch a season 2 after it's done and I can just binge it over a weekend. Like, I won't do this like week by week thing again. I just can't get with the week by week thing anymore.
Well, we didn't watch it week by week. We like watched the first half and then we watched the second half, kind of.
No, the first couple episodes, I think I watched like the first 3 episodes one by one.
Oh.
And then I watched like 2 and then I watched the last.
Yeah. Well, we had like a little sisterly bonding watching it together some nights, but I think there was one night where we watched 2. No?
Okay. I don't know. That's just like it was too many breaks for me. I can't watch shows week by week or even like, I don't know. I just need one big block. I'm a binger.
That's why you love your little Love Island.
I'm a binger. I can watch reality TV week by week. Like Real Housewives, I watch it week by week. I love it. It's like a shot. I love that. But scripted TV, like I don't know how people watch it week by week anymore. Like I can't.
That is a little bit harder to do, I will admit. But when something is just so good that you want to know what happens, like I see it.
I never want to know what happens so badly that I watch it week to week.
No, I always want to know.
Like even with Game of Thrones, when I first started watching that, the first couple of seasons, like nobody was watching it, and I could wait and binge it because it wasn't being spoiled on Twitter, and I loved that. At the end, when I had to watch it week to week, I was like, this sucks.
Interesting. The way you watch TV, it's different though. You guys, I just want to transition this to a little chat about Love Island. Because we talked about it last week.
2 weeks ago.
We talked about it 2 weeks ago. And I said it was good, that it was fun impression, that I liked it. But upon further reflection and having to watch 6 episodes every week, I am no longer on board with the show. And Adriana, like, this is her favorite thing ever. And I'm very confused because nothing is happening. Well, according to her, things happened in the most recent episodes.
Yeah, this week's episodes are good.
I just feel like it's a lot of episodes for nothing happening. Like, I don't need an episode of Love Island every day. Who needs that?
It is a lot of episodes, and that's the warning. But I realized when I watched the UK seasons, I watched it on Hulu, so I binged it. Mm-hmm. So it became my, like, nighttime, I can't sleep, like...
Wait, I just realized that. I can't imagine, like, did you see my face? I cannot imagine binging that. You watched all of that in one sitting? You had,
not one sitting. Like, obviously, you watch it over, like, I would watch it over a couple of weeks. But, like, I would watch it in, like...
But there was, like, 25 filler episodes out of the 50 episodes.
I don't know. Like, to me, it's, like... watching The Office late at night. It's like when, you know how people are like, they put on Friends to go to sleep? Like, that's what I would put on. And it's kind of like... So
it wouldn't matter if you weren't paying attention,
you know, like,
to the boring shit.
Sometimes you're like on your phone, but I'm in bed and it's like...
Who watches TV like that?
What?
That is like so... If you're not tapped into the show, it's not good.
No, but you are... I am tapped in. I love it. I don't know. I just feel like I like it.
You know what vibe this is giving me? You know when people love Quentin Tarantino movies? And every Quentin Tarantino movie is just like good-looking people doing things? No plot. Good-looking people doing things.
That's exactly what it is.
That's Love Island.
Yes.
Why?
It's the reality TV version of that. It's just like the guys are good-looking, the girls are good-looking. They have their little drama. Usually with the Brits, it's like funny. They've got some lingo. They got some chat. You know.
There's only so many hours of chat and vibes I can watch.
I don't know. I like it. Like, I don't know. I fucks with it so heavy. I can't even lie.
I know. It just confuses me.
But I really like this. To me is like, I would much rather like you watch. Your reality TV watches are very different from mine. Yeah. Like, the only thing we watch together as far as reality TV is Married at First Sight.
The love shows.
And Temptation Island.
Temptation Island.
And that's it.
Married at First Sight. Dating Around.
Okay.
All of the love shows we like to watch.
But, like... You don't watch Real Housewives. You don't watch this. Like,
we watched Are You the One? We watched Polly and Vinny.
I was just gonna say, like, a lot of shows you like Catfish, the Wedding Dress Show, like that kind of shit. I am not into at all. Cheer, like, you know, like that's not my genre. Like, I like kind of like the mindless TV stuff because all of my series that I like are heavy. This is like mindless, fun, good looking. It's easy. I don't even have to think about it. I'm not like so invested in them.
You guys, we tried to binge Love Island, and I was so bored. I felt like by the end of the binge, we spent a day doing it last week. By the end of the binge,
You were done.
I felt a little restless, like a little bit dead. I was just like, what did I do? But you were watching it mindlessly. I was watching it like trying to get into it, and I was just like, no.
I guess because I am already into it, I don't need to like get into it. I don't know. But anyway, so this week they have on, you know, we've got new characters that have come in, and right now they're at Casa Amor. So basically what that means is that they've split up the girls and the guys, and they've brought in 5 new girls to hang out with the guys and 5 new guys to hang out with the girls. And prior to doing this, the couples were very solid. You know, people were in love. People were making things official. And now all of the couples are looking pretty mashed up. Like
Everybody mashed up.
They're over at Casa Amor, and you know, like Mackenzie's making out with guys, and so is Johnny. Johnny's making out with girls.
No.
Like, you know, the 2 strong couples are really.
You spoiled it for me. Okay, no, but now I
Some
wanna
things are
watch it.
happening. Like, some things are happening. And one of the girls went to FIU. She was a 5'6". She was in a sorority.
Do you know her?
I don't, but she's super cute. Like,
okay.
of the girls that they brought in, I think she's the prettiest one. And the new guys are very cute. The packages that they make them do, though, those like little intro packages, I have to say, are the worst thing ever. Like, the men especially. Like, they just don't fit their personality. Like, I feel like watching like Carrington's package and then seeing him throughout the show is like 2 different people. Like, he's so different from that guy that he came in as.
The producers want to make the packages goofy. Like, even listening to how the announcer speaks, it's so goofy.
Oh, it is very
They
goofy.
try to make the show goofy, so I can understand why the packages are like that.
Yeah, but the new guys are all very hot. Yeah, I'm just liking the show.
Okay, I'll watch the most recent ones for Mackenzie cheating on her mans.
Yeah, I gotta watch today's episode because I want to see if she leaves him. But she making out, girl. So,
Oh my gosh.
ooh.
And we thought they were such a strong couple.
Right.
Yikes.
Okay, so it's time to get into the tea.
Time for tea, y'all. Let's get into it. What's your first story for us?
I'm very excited about this. Usher has announced his Las Vegas residency for 2021. And all I have to say is, like, I've been thinking about it, but, like, Vegas is definitely going to be, like, probably one of my first post-quarantine trips. I'm just, like, dying to be in Vegas for some reason. I think because of, like, Pauly and Vinny's show, and now Love Island is in Vegas. Yeah. I just want to be in Vegas. So I'm very excited about that. His time there will begin in July of 2021. Can't wait. And it's going to be at Caesar's Palace. So can't wait for that.
I'm here for that. I'm very excited for that.
Yes. Like, I like that Vegas has become the new, like, it's not like just a retirement thing. It's not for like people that are has-beens. It's like real A-list people have Vegas residencies now. And I love that.
Was it not like that before?
No, like in the past, if you had a Vegas residency, you were kind of like a has-been.
Oh, like a Cher. Like a Madonna.
Yeah.
Type vibe.
Yeah. No, it was more like a Donnie and Marie Osmond.
Oh.
You know, like it's like a old sleepy thing to do. But I feel like when Celine started her residency, that's when it kind of changed. It was like, oh, this is prestigious now.
That's when it started getting poppin'. Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely want to see Drake. I think his residency is still gonna start in 2021.
I forgot about that.
Right?
Wow, that was announced a long time ago.
Drake is starting a residency in Vegas, or
Wasn't Cardi supposed to start a residency too?
Yes, she was.
What happened to that?
Don't know.
Interessant. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I wonder if those are still gonna happen.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
I think it will depend upon like what happens in the rest of this year.
Yeah.
In terms of COVID.
Yeah, but congratulations to
Usher, baby daddy.
Usher, baby. In other news, the Kardashians announced this week that their TV show on E! Will be ending with the last season airing early next year, 2021.
Yep.
I have Kim Kardashian's statement, or I actually think this is the family statement.
Yeah. She posted it first and then the rest of them posted it.
Yeah. To our amazing fans, it is with heavy hearts that we've made the difficult decision as a family to say goodbye to keeping up with the Kardashians. After what will be 14 years, 20 seasons, hundreds of episodes, and numerous spin-off shows, we are beyond grateful to all of you who've watched us for all of these years. Through the good times, the bad times, the happiness, the tears, and the many relationships and children. We'll forever cherish the wonderful memories and countless people we met along the way. And they ended off with, there's more, but I'm not going to read the whole thing. Mm-hmm. They ended off with, we love you, Kris, Kourtney, Kim, Khloe, Rob, Kendall, Kylie, and Scott.
Damn, they didn't say Caitlyn?
They didn't. And you know what's funny? I actually saw an article that said Caitlyn did not know the show was ending.
Well, she's really on the outs.
Yeah, she found out on the news just like the rest of us. She didn't find out from any member of the family.
Interesting.
Right?
I mean, this does not surprise me at all. Like, none of them want to film the show.
Kourtney's been over it, and I think Kim was just forcing it. It is not as interesting as it used to be.
At all.
Kendall's barely in the show. She doesn't like it.
Kendall's literally not in the show. Yeah. Kylie now is like barely in the show. She only shows up every so often. Yeah. So it literally hinges on Kim, Khloe, and Kris because, you know, Kourtney's out. And, you know, Rob is not around either. And, you know, Scott can only do so much. He's like the only interesting person in that family at this point. Scott and it's like he can only go to you know, wine tasting and lunch with Kris so much to keep us entertained.
Yeah. It's not enough.
It's not enough. You know, the show, I think, good for them. Mm-hmm. I also read, like, their contract is up. Remember their, like, 10-season, $100 million contract?
I remember.
That's up. So they're not renewing it, basically, is what's happening.
It was time.
It was definitely time.
Yeah.
I think they've made it to a place just in pop culture that the success of their businesses are not reliant upon the show. I think nobody watches the show and everybody still buys their shit. Mm-hmm. And I think, you know, that's all they need at this point. Like, they just need to keep the hustle going.
Yeah, it's time to move on.
It's just going to be, you know, like, this is really the end of an era. Like, they changed the game. And now it's like, wow. Also, E! Is really going through it. Like, they've canceled E! News. What? Now this. And I think they also canceled Daily Pop.
What are they going to do without E! News?
I don't know. But E! News got canceled at the beginning of quarantine.
Oh, no. I just don't want E! to become, like, another TLC with, like, the Botox shows, like, botched plastic surgery shows, and just like what else does E! have?
Well, they have like the Bella Twins and the Diva show. Them? I mean, that show has been on for like 6 seasons. Like, people are I don't know who's watching it, but people are watching it.
Okay.
You know, they've got the one with the Divas, Total Divas.
Was Travis Kelce's show on E!
I don't remember. Maybe.
I was about to say they need to bring him back. He's single again.
Baby. He's so hot. Yeah, so I just think E! is going through like a real shakeup. Like, what's gonna happen over there? You know, they've tried over the years to find like the next Kardashians. I feel like E! is going to go the like TikTok star route.
Oh, you think?
I feel like they're gonna try it.
Those kids are not entertaining.
You know, like I don't know Addison Rae.
Addison Rae.
She started like a podcast with her mom.
I saw
and,
that.
you know, she's been hanging out with Courtney. I feel like they might be trying to cook up like a family show for her. She started a makeup line.
Well, I kind of like her, so I think maybe that would be nice to see. Like a little, do you remember the girl, Pretty Wild?
Yeah.
Something like that. Like her and the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be kind of interesting.
Exactly. And
they need new blood.
They do need new blood.
How many times are you going to bring back the Hills and the Kardashians? Like, come on. Do more.
Right. But it will be interesting to see. Also, Very Cavallari got canceled. A lot of their shows are like...
Yeah, like those people are played out. How much more can they do? The Kardashians, Kristen Cavallari, like the Hills. How...
What do you think the future of reality television is? Because I feel like that kind of formula for like the basketball wife is like played out. They like try to bring that back, but it never really works. They had Wags and it fizzled out also.
Even the Housewives are struggling.
The Housewives are struggling right now.
You know what I think the future of reality TV is?
What?
The ratchetness. Because you know what does so well?
Love and Hip Hop.
Yes, Love and Hip Hop. Everything on TLC and everything on Lifetime. The Married at First Sights, the 90 Day Fiancés, the Marrying Millions. That is what people are watching.
The stuff that is really real.
Yes.
Because we know all the rest of this is very like concocted.
Mm-hmm. I feel like people don't want to see rich people do things anymore. They want to see normal people do things. And not just normal things, like crazy things. The Catfish does so well always, like those shows. That might be the future. Because, and I don't think the TikTok star thing is going to go well because they tried to give Logan Paul a show and that lasted for 5 minutes.
Yeah, but he's a little problematic.
He's in the same realm. The social media, Vine, Instagram, TikTok realm.
It's a very hard transition.
Very hard.
Like even like Lily Tsai, did her show get canceled? Her talk show?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it.
Me either.
I haven't even seen any clips of it. At least on Fallon and Corden, you'll see a clip on YouTube every now and then. I have not seen anything from her show.
Me either.
Yeah. I don't know.
I wonder if her Quibi show is doing well also. They gave her a Quibi show also.
Quibi, forgot about that one. I was like, oh, Quibi. That's a thing. I want to watch Peacock. I'm going to watch Brave New World.
I watched it.
We're going to talk about Brave New Worlds, and we need you all to get Peacock now to figure it out with us.
It's free, so you can just sign up. And if you have Xfinity, it's like in the TV. Mm-hmm. And it was really good. I liked Brave New World. It was so like purely sci-fi, and I just, I love that.
We'll give y'all a full breakdown once I watch it because that's actually something I'm really motivated to check out. But yeah, the Kardashians are over and a lot of reality TV stars are over.
Yeah. Another reality TV bit news, Denise Richards has officially quit the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Saw that coming.
She released her statement yesterday. She is leaving because she is just not happy with how she was treated this season. She doesn't appreciate everything that went down with Brandy, and she just feels unappreciated and unprotected, which I completely agree. Like, she's the highest paid housewife on any franchise. Period. Like, sis gets $3 million a season.
That's pretty good.
And they really hung her out to dry this season. So I don't blame her for quitting. And as she likes to say, she's fucking Denise Richards and she's an actual star.
But the thing is that she is.
Like, she really is, though. Like, sis is booked and busy.
Booked and busy. We love her. She's kind of iconic.
I love her.
Yeah.
And I'm really going to be sad to see her go because I hate how the women treated her. I think everybody is just such a fucking right now. And I love her. Like, yeah. I'm just so sad to see her go.
In other news, the video for Popstar by DJ Khaled and featuring Drake came out this week. Mm-hmm. And it starred Justin Bieber looking like a...
So excited.
Looking like a snack. Yeah, I'm excited because the video is great. You do not get a good music video that often anymore.
Oh, you definitely don't?
Yeah, and I was here for this one. And they filmed it during COVID, I think.
Really?
I
All those dancers and backup people?
They've started production again. Like, one of my really good friends
No, I know they've started production. They've
Yeah.
filmed like whole movies so far.
I just don't see how it would have happened last year,
That's true.
right?
That's true.
Because this thing
Maybe it was
started
like
in
they
February.
like just filmed it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think this happened in COVID. Everyone probably just got tested.
True. I thought the video was fun. It was fresh. I liked all the wardrobe. I liked
so
that.
you did watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought it was cute.
I thought it was quite lovely. Justin looks great. He's brought back a variation of the bowl cut, the OG Justin Bieber haircut, and I was just like, yes. And his style, like how they dressed him in that video,
Was really great.
so good. He doesn't dress like that, and he needs to. It was so drippy.
It was.
Loved it.
I liked the wardrobe a lot. That was my favorite part of the video. I just liked like all the colors. It was like very like mixed matched, cool vacation vibes. I just liked it.
Yeah. I was here for it.
Me
Love that
too.
for him. Love that for them. Love Drake.
Okay.
And the song is great.
Yeah, it was a good song. Okay, so just like a quick little bit that, Ed Sheeran and his wife gave birth to their daughter, and the name, like, celebrities and their baby names, really, I just can't. Her name is Lyra Antarctica Seaborn Sheeran.
Daenerys Stormborn. First of her name, Breaker of Chains. That's what the name sounds like.
Right. I was like, whoa, that's a lot. That's a real mouthful.
Antarctica? Where did that come from?
I don't know. I like
Seaborn?
Lyra. Seaborn.
The first name is fine. It's the middle names for me.
Okay, so the Lyra is one of the main characters in His Dark Materials, which is a book by Philip Pullman.
Idris Elba was in that movie, right?
His Dark Materials?
JK, I'm thinking of The Dark Tower. But I think they made a movie out of that book too.
This one?
I think so.
And he basically has said, like, this is the best book he's ever read. It's his favorite book. So that's how they got the name Lyra.
Why do men get to name kids?
Honestly, they shouldn't. They really shouldn't. Like, when Kim and Kanye finally get divorced, she's going to really regret some of those names.
Yeah.
Chicago, mainly.
It was Chicago for me, but Chi-Chi's cute. She's a little cutie. I think the name fits her.
Chicago does not fit that girl. Let's be serious.
Not Chicago, but like Chi-Chi.
Yeah, but that's not her name. Like, when she goes to school, they're not going to call her Chi-Chi. And at 16, she's not going to want to be called Chi-Chi. And and at 25, she's definitely not going to want to be called Chi-Chi.
Maybe they'll call her Chi. Or Shy.
Child, stop trying to make excuses for that stupid ass name.
Okay, fine. But yeah, the celebrities and
They're men.
weird names and the men with the weird names, I can't.
Men clearly just have no taste all around. Like, men like this, just like the ugliest shit.
Antarctica? Like, what? Why? What was the reason? Have you even been to Antarctica?
No one goes to Antarctica.
I know one person who's been to Antarctica.
What did they do?
They saw penguins and shit. Like, they're like an uber rich family that's traveled everywhere. And,
Okay.
like, they just had nowhere else to go, and they were like, let's go to Antarctica. Nobody goes there.
That makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
because I was like, normal people are not just traveling to Antarctica.
No.
You have to get like special permission. It's like a whole big thing.
These people are not normal.
Okay, makes sense.
Yes.
Got it. All right, last piece of news.
No, I have something.
Oh, you
that's
do?
Good. Yeah.
Okay, well, I want to talk about Prince Harry and Meghan have signed a deal with Netflix, a multi-year deal, which will pay them to make documentaries, docuseries, feature films, scripted shows, and children's programming.
We love that for them.
Love that for them.
But we've seen videos of Harry marketing his wife.
Right.
Like, do you remember that video? And he was talking to one of the Disney execs, like, you know, she does voiceovers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love that for them. I'm here for a nice working family.
I agree.
Leaving their family money.
Uh-huh. I just like that, like, she would have never gotten to this point in her career, like, as an actor or a director or whatever, without him. And I just, like, love the glow up for sis.
We love the power couple. I have heard that she's controlling, but I don't know if that's just, like, a rumor or what.
I mean, okay, what's wrong with that?
I don't know. People like to criticize celebrity relationships. I'm just telling you the
No, I know. I'm
criticism.
just saying, like, in general, like, okay, she's controlling, now what?
They married now.
Right. Like, that's her man. Like,
yeah.
I
Just
feel like Megan is like Mackenzie. From the outside, it's controlling, but from the inside, she's like stroking your ego. She's babying you down. She knows exactly how to work it, when to work it, and he's just like, I love you.
Yes.
I adore you.
Yes.
Anything you want, I'm gonna give to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the vibe I get from Megan.
Seems possible. I can definitely see her being that way.
We're talking about Mackenzie on Love Island this season because
she really working that man.
You have to see. You really need to catch up because she is working him. The new guy comes in. She's starting to work him. I'm like, this girl she is a player. I love that for sis.
I understand how she bags the millionaires for sure.
No, you need to see her these last 2 episodes. You really understand it when you see that.
I'm going to watch and take notes.
Okay.
And the last piece of news that I have is a little Love Square drama. So, G-Eazy and Ashley Benson have been dating for a while now. And it has just come out that Halsey, G-Eazy's ex, and Cara Delevingne, Ashley Benson's ex, are now dating.
And I just think this is so weird.
So weird, so confusing, and it seems petty. Like, why are you gonna date your ex's new girlfriend's ex? Like, what a strange love square, right?
Right.
This is stranger than the Will and Jada entanglement and Brad Pitt dating married woman news.
This, like, what I said to Cece earlier was Halsey and Ashley must have very similar personalities, and Cara and G-Eazy must have very similar personalities for the same people to be attracted to both of them.
Right?
You know, like you're going from one relationship to the next with very like similar kind of personalities. Like that would be the only thing that would make sense to me why it works for both of them. Like both of these people have found love with each other and then with the other. Like
the reason why I think it's petty is because Halsey and Cara Delevingne already knew each other. They were friends, acquaintances, whatever. And it wouldn't surprise me if both of these women were just like, wow, isn't it so funny our exes are dating? Like, let's hook up. And that is just like...
that's beyond petty. And petty, weird. Like
petty, weird behavior. And it just makes me feel like, Halsey, get over him. Like, you've made too many damn songs, too much damn money to still be on this man.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah. God, I love Halsey.
I love her, but she's kind of a mess.
She is kind of a mess. But he's fine as hell, though.
No. He seems toxic.
He's very toxic. We know
that.
Like
that hot, toxic boyfriend.
Very hot, toxic. Like, he's tall. He's swaggy. They do drugs. Like, he is hot.
Their relationship was such a moment. Wasn't it?
I love
cute?
them.
I loved it. Like, I feel like they were both just chaotic and messy together.
Yes, they were like young rock stars.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yes.
Yes.
It was very like tumultuous, lots of yelling, lots of like coke sex, like, you know.
But why do we like those things?
I don't know, but that's the vibe that they give me. But those kind of people, they're like, we're bonded.
We're bonded.
You know?
You're mine.
You're mine.
No.
You know, crazy eyes and late night phone calls.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
a mess.
Yeah, that's definitely what their relationship was like. But like, I don't know if Jeezy can be in a healthy relationship. I don't know his story, but him and Ashley Benson seem way more healthy than him and Halsey. So it's just like, he's moved on. He's been in other long-term relationships. You know, he was dating that model before the whole Megan Thee Stallion thing. And they were together for like a while. Like, I think it was more than 2 years. So it's just like, Halsey, get it together. Leave him alone. Stop being petty. And really move on. Because even her relationship with Youngblood was very much a mess. And with Evan Peters, it was very much a mess. There was overlap. There was entanglement. Like, I'm gonna need sis to get it together. Be single and vibe, or like...
She seems
something.
like she needs to like chill.
Right?
She needs to have an eat, pray, love moment.
Yes.
She needs some therapy, maybe.
I don't know.
And a detox.
She needs some time.
I agree.
She needs some time.
Just to go back to G-Eazy, have you seen his latest video with Mulatto?
No, I haven't seen the video, but I listened to the song and I didn't really like it.
The song is whatever, but the video is kind of I just like him.
Everything he does is so hot.
He's just hot.
I do love him. His first album is one of my favorite albums. Like, it's very good. I have it on vinyl. I pop it in every now and then.
Okay.
He's great. No, I think he's lovely.
And
it's
he's
just
tall.
The cute and the tall.
It's the cute and the tall. It's like it's a deadly combination.
It's the slick back. It's the classic man. He's very much a classic man.
He does. He looks great in a suit, even though he's like rugged. Ugh, okay, we gotta stop.
I'm surprised you like him. That's my type.
That is your type, but there's just some people that are sexy. It doesn't really matter if they're your type. It's like, yes.
Yeah.
Zaddy.
Anyways, that's the end of the show.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back next week, as always, with another episode of TV and Tea. Go ahead and subscribe to us if you're listening to us on YouTube or on any podcasting platform that you're listening to us on. Give us a rating and review. Tell us something nice.
Leave us a comment, if you will. Follow us on Instagram. We're everywhere.
Yes, we are at TV and Tea Podcast. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye, guys.